Kristen of the Oosterhout Library. When winter days turns the air cold and chilly and makes the ground icy and frozen, people may say that we've had a visit from Jack Frost. Have you ever heard that expression before? Well, today I have a short story with you about a boy who meets the Jack Frost and all the frosty fun that they have together. I'm going to share some super cool ice activities that you can do at home, like making your own frost, or you can even go ice fishing in your own home, and some super cool freezing powers, like the coolest princess, Elsa. Let's get started with the story.
Here Comes Jack Frost by Kazuno Kohara, published by Roaring Brook Press. Once there was a boy who lived in a house in the woods. It was winter, and all his friends were hibernating. I hate winter, he sighed. But then, one cold morning, strange patterns appeared on the windows. The boy ran outside and saw a white figure covering his house with frost and ice. "Who are you?" asked the boy. "I'm Jack Frost," replied the figure. And he ran into the woods. "Wait!" cried the boy and chased after him. "Ha ha, you can't catch me," laughed Jack Frost. "You can't jump over the pond." But the boy had ice skates. "Ha ha, you can't catch me," cried Jack Frost. "You can't jump over the hill." But the boy had a sledge. Jack Frost threw a snowball at the boy. He threw one back. And another, and another. It was fun. "Will you stay and play with me?" asked the boy. "Yes," smiled Jack Frost, "but never mention anything warm in front of me. That would break the spell and force me to leave. But now there are so many things that we can do." "I know," said the boy. "Let's build snowmen." They built 3 so that they wouldn't feel lonely. All winter the boy was careful not to mention anything warm, until one day they were playing hide and seek in the woods when the boy found something. It was a snowdrop. "Look, Jack Frost," said the boy. "It's almost spring." But Jack Frost was no longer there. The spell was broken. But in the wind that went through the woods, the boy was sure he heard a whisper. "See you next winter." The end.
That boy sure had a lot of fun with Jack Frost, and you can too. So let's get started with some Frosty Fun activities that you can do at home. But first I have to ask, what is frost? Well, you know that when water,
Which is a liquid,
reaches below the temperature of 32 degrees, that it changes into a solid that we all know as ice. But what is frost? Well, frost is ice that forms when the water vapor in the air lands on the surface and the air temperature is below 32 degrees, which is the freezing point of water. Maybe you've seen frost like this on car window shields in the morning, or icy leaves in the grass in the fall like this. Frost doesn't happen when the air is cold and dry. You need some moisture in the air to make frost. I'm going to show you how you can make your own frost at home, and all you need is salt, an empty metal can, and some ice, and a little bit of time. Let's take a closer look and see how you can make your own frost.
You'll need a clean and empty tin can, and be sure the lid of the can is not sharp. I like the Progressive soup cans. Crushed ice is best, but ice cubes will work, water, and about 2 to 4 tablespoons of salt. So you're going to fill the tin with half full with ice, add some water to it to cover, and then add 2 to 4 tablespoons of salt and swirl around to mix it. The can will get very cold. You might have to wait up to 10 minutes and watch the frost form. You can add any decorations if you like.
Now, let's explore that same science concept with some ice fishing that you could do at home. Let's take a closer look.
For this activity, you'll need ice cubes, water, a glass, and some string, and of course, salt. You're going to put the ice cubes in the cup of water and they'll float a little bit. So you can try to fish with the ice cube with the string and it won't catch anything. Place the string in the water and across the top of the ice cubes and sprinkle a little bit of salt across the ice cubes. Now wait for about a minute or so. Pull the string out and see what you caught. Instructions and tips will be in the description box below.
Have you ever wished for some super cool powers like Elsa from Frozen? Well, take a look at these super cool activities that you can do at home.
For this activity, you'll need some bottled water, spring water preferred, and a freezer. You can make super cool water that is colder than 32 degrees but hasn't frozen to solid ice. And you can do that by using a bottle of purified or spring water in the freezer, and you allow it to chill undisturbed, preferably on its side, for about 2.5 hours. The time will vary depending on your freezer and the bottle of water that you're using. If you look at the description box below, there are tips and tricks to do this activity. And once that 2.5 hours is over, you will carefully remove the super cooled water from the freezer, and you can watch it freeze right before your eyes just by shaking it or hitting the bottle on a hard surface. You can also pour it carefully over a piece of ice, and the water will freeze backwards from the ice cube back into the bottle.
Well, I hope you had fun and stay warm while being super cool. Bye. See you next time.